Finally getting some logging weather here, October 11th. It's 46 degrees this morning. I don't think it's warmed up too much. It's pretty cool out. Kind of a light mist. It was misting a little harder this morning when I got up, but it's kind of slacked off now. But got the D model warming up there. We're going to pull some trees today, or attempt to. We're going to see if got the winch problems fixed. Dad's way down there at the other end of this field. He's up there at the first tree, so I'll jump on the skidder here and I'll go down there. And I think I've already got the choker hooked up in the tree, or that's where I left it. So all I got to do is hook the choker on the main line up to that choker and spool out and lock up, and we're ready to go. So I think we got about 12 trees to pull today. Once we get them down, I'll throw the grapple on and we'll clean up the mess. Like I said, I think we cut maybe 10 or 12 trees out of this field here. And you really can't tell, especially by driving down the road. Of course, you can see that stump right there, but it cleaned up really good. And that's what we're all about. So let's jump on here and go pull some trees down. Pile there. I've got a top I still got to push up yet, but these couple trees we cut down here, I'll drag the whole tree and top and everything down here. We'll cut the log out there and we'll go ahead and push the tops up that pile. Keep everything nice and clean. There we go. See if we can get a good angle here without things being in the way. Throttle up a little bit. We'll leave the backside hold and just winch it over. When I say the backside, just a little sliver on this backside that's facing the skidder is all we'll leave hold, just enough to kind of keep it from going anywhere, and then we'll just pull it right on over. Close now, Dad's cutting the spur off. Here we go, getting ready. Just like that. Oh boy, he about left a little too much hold. Damn. He sure did. He left a little too much hold back there. Get unhooked. We got two more right here to pull. He's rusty. He's been on vacation. Can't even hold the camera straight. Well, the first one, other than leaving a little much on the backside, hold went pretty good. We're on the second one right here. Winch seems to be holding good. That's a relief. It's like I mentioned before. I mean, the winch is crucial, especially as much pulling we do. I mean, we pull a lot of trees like this that lean back over fences, roads, power lines, houses, structures. So I mean, everything has to work like it should. There's no room for error. We ready? Might be ready now. I believe it is. He's getting back. Here we go. There she's down. He left a little sliver hold on that backside too, which we try to, but I mean that's kind of what keeps it from going the other way, and it just rocks it right over like a chair. I know a lot of people will disagree with it, but a lot of people don't matter too. They're just lumber logs. They're not high dollar trees. It gets them down safely without tearing anything up, and that's the main thing right there. All right, Dad's motioned me to winch her in. There we go. There we go. We got a little cluster of them right here. That's a pretty good sized tree there Dad's cutting. Throttle up a little bit. Go time. Let Dad get out of the way. There we go. Just like that. That's number 8, I think. If I can hold the camera steady where you can see here. It's a tall tree. Height to it. It's not leaning too hard, but it's better safe than sorry because I don't like building a fence. Throttled up here. Starting to rock. Ready to go. We'll let Dad get in a good place. Here we go. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. One right there. Brush pile up here. There's some old trees we've cut. Years past. Winched in here. This is a tree here. That's a good tree. It's a big tree. It's got weight hanging back over across the fence and the old trampoline here. Wonder if we cut that and fall on the trampoline, you think it'll just bounce back this way? Wonder if we ought to try that. Might be a pretty good tactic right there. Just follow her, let her hit the trampoline, she'll bounce back the other way. We might be onto something. All right, last one. Let's get up in here, hook the cable up and get her down. All right, we're spooled out here. It's got a big top on it. We're spooled out here at a good distance where I don't think it'll reach me. I always like to try to leave enough cable on the spool, that way there's no problems there. I didn't tie the cable on this, obviously, because that's a mess, whoever did that. But you always want to be sure to leave enough. You don't want to. I don't like running out to the very end of the spool. I never do. Even when I even tie the cable, because I run the little. Whenever I get a main line, I've got the little eyelet on there that runs through the hole, not just wadding up the cable on the end of it. But there's too much cable on here to justify cutting it off. I'm tight like that, so. See if I can hold this here. We're going to use the hand throttle here with a weird angle. I've got to look. That's the last one to pull right here. It probably leans the hardest of all of them, and it's the biggest of all of them. Probably one of the best trees we ever cut on the whole place. Dad's like a surgeon with that saw. He's getting on the back side of the fence there. Punch through the back side of the bore cut there. Prep work, a lot of caution goes into cutting trees like this. When they're big trees, they lean out over obstructions and obstacles. You gotta be careful cutting them. Going back in the bore now. bored out, just leaving the spurs hold. Clipping the spurs now. On the back side of the fence to follow it. Wind's starting to pick up a little bit. Looks like it's ready to come down. There we go. Just like that. Whew. Turn our hand throttle down there. Now in situations like this, I'm not really watching the camera. I'm focusing on what my dad's doing and the hand signals he's giving me. There's a lot at stake when we're pulling trees like this, so you really got to be paying attention to what you're doing. That's a chunk. Big piece of wood, cut real good. Big piece of wood. That's it. We're done pulling trees. Let's get all the trees cut on this job here. And put this choker cable on the back of Dad's little truck here. Actually, I'll just go ahead and leave it on the skidder. Me and Brandon need to get the horse here. You can see a few stumps from trees long ago we've cut. Yeah, me and Brandon, we need to do a little work on this skidder, a few add-ons that I like to have on skidders. Some of our own design, I guess you could say, me and Brandon's, or more so Brandon's, my idea of Brandon's design. We're gonna grab onto that tree the best we can. We might have to cut it to move it. We're gonna try to drag it up here, get it in the pile. We'll get the logs cut out of these, push them tight with the skidder, then I'll come back with a skid steer and really pile things up tight, do the finesse cleanup. So, we're done cutting. Done cutting, just got the cleanup to do. Looks like we woke these guys up from their nap. Good looking dogs. Coyote dogs. We're running dogs. Good looking dogs. Got a couple beagles in there. Beagle up top there. I love hound dogs. pretty tight quarters here. Pretty tight quarters in this alleyway. Yikes. We just took the brush grapple up. Dad's scaling logs. He's going to come back to the truck, and we're going to try to get everything hauled back to the yard today. We've, man, the next 2 weeks are just busy, jam-packed busy. And don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining at all. But we've got a lot to do. The rain's been nice. It's not wet. It got a little greasy in places, but we were awful dry here in Missouri, so the rain was pretty welcome sight. So, like I said, you know, the next several days we've got a lot to do. So I'm going to take the grapple and get all this cleaned up, the little fine stuff here where we started pulling trees this morning. We'll push that pile up real tight, get it looking good. Oh my. You know, they come out with the torsion bar suspension on these Caterpillars, and don't get me wrong, they're a little smoother riding than the Deers were, but they're still, you can still feel uneven ground pretty good on them. Up here, there's the first mess. All right, let's go to grappling some brush. Easy there, radio, easy. All right, we got this pile pushed up and cleaned up pretty good right here. That's got this pasture, this whole pasture here cut up pretty good. Like I said, we'll do a little 360 here real quick. You can't really tell that we've really even cut any trees out of this pasture here. I mean, other than the brush piles, stumps are low to the ground, ears are cut off flush. Debris is cleaned up. I even cleaned up debris around trees we didn't even touch or work around. And I enjoy doing it because I like leaving places better than I found them. You know, if it does a service to my clients, you know, and they're happy with it, then you know what, I'm happy and proud to do it. Let's kick her up into high gear here. Let's see if we can raise this and do the old one-arm raise here. Now we're going to go over here where we finished up the last several trees we cut in that pasture. On the other side of the house, we'll get all that cleaned up. Then once we pile all the brush with the grapple over there, we'll throw the forks on and we'll pile these logs for Dad, because Dad just left. He's going to get the truck, and we'll pile the logs up and we'll set these concrete feed bunks back to where they were before I moved them to fall the trees. So let's shuffle on over there and try to get everything finished up for the day. All right. Forks are on. This is the last little concrete feed bunk. Set it down there. Got the feed bunks back to where they originally were, and I moved this little feeder here this morning with the skidder just to be sure to get it out of the way. And we're gonna go ahead and try to ease on it. Maybe. There we go. We're going to move it back over here. So a wooden thing might need a little more finesse. We're going to set it in a little different place. We're going to set it right about here. That looks good. Nice. All right. We got the pile. We got it all pushed up, done. It's piled in there tight. Got all the cleanup done out through the pasture there. Like I said, can't even. I'm in high gear. Let's get out of high gear. Can't even tell we were there. Other than that big brush pile that we burnt. Man, that looks really good out through there. Really, really good. Everything turned out really nice. I'll be honest, you know, the finishing things on this job has been on my mind the last several days. Just because anytime you pull a bunch of trees, there's always big risk. And I knew, like this big one we cut here by the fence, that last big one I showed you, it ran a risk. And you know, the problems we were having with the winch, a lot of that stuff, it weighs on your mind. At least it does mine. And I just I do. I think about that stuff a lot, and I'll lose sleep about it because I sit there and wonder and think out scenarios and think about all the things I need to do, just trying to focus on stuff. But everything went really smooth today. Couldn't ask for a quicker, better job. I mean, everything went smooth, no problems, no catches. All the cleanup's done, logs are piled up, the feed bunks, they're back in their original places. I threw the first thing I did, I was actually on the phone with my buddy Kurt. Yeah, you held me up from video, and I hope you know that. But I piled these logs up, got them to where Dad will just pull right up alongside of the truck, and he'll load. Oh my, a rock. He'll load up and go when he pulls up alongside of them there. He can sit in one place, get loaded. We'll take them back to our yard. From there, like everything else we haul in the yard, we'll merchandise them. And some of these are already bucked, where all we got to do is once we offload them, I'll start moving them around with the skid steer here to get them where they need to go. So I'm going to go ahead and haul the skid steer out of here right now. I'm going to load the attachments up, load everything up, and we're just going to take the skid steer on home and unload it. Then we're going to load up a 540B, the little grapple, and we're going to take it to another job, probably first, if not first thing tomorrow, it just depends. I haven't decided, because I know we're going to try to get a bunch of them on the ground, and I have to do some decking, deck clearing area with the skid steer and the tooth bucket. But this skidder here, it's going to go to Mount Vernon, Missouri. The little 540B grapple is going to go to Jasper. So we're going to get all this stuff loaded up, chain down, boom down, and get on the road. All right, the skid steer's loaded. Everything's loaded up, chained and boomed down. We'll probably come back. Maybe, let's see, I don't know. It'll be a day or two before I come back for this skidder to take it to the next job. Because I know I've got appointments Friday afternoon. I might try to move it Friday morning. I don't know. It's just, days are so hectic right now. It's just, I just take it one day at a time. But Brandon's going to use the cat over at his place this afternoon. He's needing to do some stuff, so I'm just going to take it right over there and kick it off. He can use it for as long as he needs, or at least till a day or two anyway, till I've got to have it back. But I'll kick it off there, then we'll probably go ahead and load up the B and get ready to roll out with it tomorrow. So that's the remaining pile of logs. I don't think Dad will be able to haul it all in one load. Pretty good sized logs there, especially that big one we cut. You can see it. You can see it there. That big one. They're all pretty good size. That one's a champion. I was glad to see the winch held today like it was supposed to. Everything went smooth. Everything went real smooth, and you can't ever complain about days like that where everything goes like it should. So, all right, let's get out of here. I'm just really proud of the cleanup, how smooth all this went. Like I said, you driving by, other than the trees are missing, you can't even tell we were here. You can't tell that we cut trees right out there. Yeah, there's a pile of treetops right there, but for the most part, it's like we weren't even here. Man, I like that. I like leaving a nice, neat, clean job. It looked really good. I'm happy it turned out good. So there's that pile of treetops right there, bunched in there tight. I mean tight. And there's still some trees, like that little guy there, there's still some trees that are gonna grow, 4, 5, 6 years down the road. I'm sure we'll be back in here and we'll cut them again. They're getting less and less of them each time, but they're good trees. Good trees. Guys, it was a long video today, I know, but I don't mind making a long video every now and then, especially pulling trees and stuff. So thanks for following with us today, hanging out with us, watching, all that good stuff. I'm sure we're back tomorrow, cutting timber. Oh boy, That column there. Potential spam. Decline. We don't need to talk to them. Don't need to talk to them. Alright, so be back tomorrow. Catch some big trees. I got some thumpers. We're going to start on them tomorrow. Got equipment to move. Got trees to cut. Logs to haul. There's all kinds of stuff going on. So guys, be sure to check out tomorrow's video. If everything's going good, it should be a good one. We're going to get off here. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment, share, all that good stuff. Check us out on all of our social media outlets, Facebook, Instagram, of course here on YouTube, where you should be subscribing for the videos every day. And check out Logger Threads and Timber Tracker on Instagram and Facebook as well. Guys, I'm going to get off here. I'm going to get the skid steer over to Brandon. He said he's hauling some rock right now. Get that rock in there. I have no idea what he's doing. No idea what he's up to. We're going to find out, though. Easy does it. Easy does it. All right, like a glove. All right, down the road. Guys, thanks for hanging out. We'll see you later.